detail. Left, face.
Flag and Graves Officer Victor Farris, please raise the colors.
Present arms.
Now have the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Bill Damaris, First Senior Vice Commander of Fall River War Veterans Council.
Hand over your heart on your cover, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rachel Raposa will now lead us the national anthem and the Durfee Band.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
Order, color.
I'd just like to acknowledge and mention a few people that have joined us here today. I'd like. Can you hear that? How about now? How about now? No? All right then. I'd like to welcome the Gold Star families that have joined us here today, and a special welcome to Sergeant Barrett's daughter, Sophie, who was with us today with the Honor Guard. Thank you so much for joining us here today, along with Charlene Barrett and her grandmother, Sue Galloway. Thank you so much. We have Bob Tavares with us, Gold Star brother. Thank you, Bob. And we also have with us today from the 6th Bristol, Carol Fiola, 7th Bristol, Alan Sylvia, 8th Bristol, Paul Schmidt. Thank you. From the school committee, we have Kevin Aguiar and Paul Coogan. We have Sheriff Tom Hodson's with us today. Fire Chief John Lynch. From the War Veterans Council, we have Commander Bob Viner, Bill Damaris, AMVETS Commander Chuck Gregory, Veterans Association of Bristol County, Victor Farris. We have the Marine Corps League, George Donnelly. Today we will have Bill and Paula Damaris releasing doves. We also would like to thank the police and EMS Honor Guard. the Durfee High School Band, the Fleet Reserve, Ed Bailey, and of course Rachel Raposa, who just sang the national anthem. I'd like to thank everyone. And sometime today I'd like to direct your attention to the back of the program and read about all the people who are gracious enough to lend their time and make this day possible. So let's give them a thank you also. I'd now like to welcome, to give greetings of the city, Mayor Jazel F. Correa II. Mayor?
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
No, I don't like you, Mayor.
Okay, the microphone is not working. You can be seated, please. Thank you. All right, so I'll be as loud as I can be. Can you hear me in the back? A little bit. All right. Let's see, we're going to try and get this working. Hello? Hello, hello? Nothing? All right, that's okay. We're just gonna move forward. Well, good morning, everyone. Morning. Thanks for joining us here at Bicentennial Veterans Memorial Park in this great tradition we have in Fall River of continuing to honor our amazing veterans, their families, and of course our Gold Star families who are here today. And I would like to thank all of those individuals for being here once again. They come to every single event to honor their families, their veterans, and we're here honoring them. So give them a round of applause. This park has really become the center for Massachusetts. This city and this waterfront has become one of the centers for Massachusetts to honor our great veterans here from Massachusetts, and of course multiple wars and people from all over the country that have paid the ultimate price with their life in many cases to ensure that we are free. Behind me, the Iwo Jima Memorial, you have the Korean Wall, and you have the Vietnam Memorial Wall that's being built, and the city committed a $300,000 payment to ensure that that wall was built with the numerous partners that are making that possible. This doesn't happen by itself, it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by hundreds of volunteers coming together to make sure that we honor our veterans in the best possible way that we can right here in the city of Fall River. So I've been proud, that's right. So I've been proud to be a partner in those initiatives and those efforts to truly honor our veterans here in the city of Fall River and all those whose names appear on the monuments in this park. So a big thank you to Ray Haig and his staff for always making these events a very big success. Thank you to the volunteers that are here today for this wonderful cookout that we'll enjoy after the ceremony. And thank you to the War Council for making this possible. God bless each and every one of you. God bless the city of Fall River and your families. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I introduce the next speaker, our keynote speaker, just like to mention that during the course of my everyday activity and duties as Veterans Agent for the City of Fall River, I look at and have to review a lot of DD-214s, and I know most of you here today know what a DD-214 is. It's the document that you get when you get out saying, you know, what you did, where you were, what decorations, awards and things that you got. And one of the things that struck me about looking at Korea War veterans DD-214s was a lot of them also served in World War II. And in the remarks, it says they served in places like Midway and Iwo Jima and very, very warm and hot battlefields that they were in. And then in contrast to that, you'll see that several years later, they served in one of the coldest spots and coldest war battlefields ever. So truly special individuals that were able to go through at least 2 wars. Occasionally I'll see a third one that they went from World War II to Korea and Vietnam. Not very many of those, but it just struck me as thinking what they did at that age and what they went through. And I'd like now to introduce someone that was there, and that's our commander of the War Veterans Council, Robert Viner.
guess I'm going to start by giving the audience a general rundown of what the Korean War was. The war itself was so short that, and talk about basically a forgotten war. People wanted to really, to me it was a politician's war, but that's my opinion, and I don't want to be quoted on it. On June 25th, 1950, the Korean War began with 75,000 North Korean troops from the People's Army invading across the 38th parallel and a boundary between the Soviet-backed yeah, that's right, I want to again. The boundary between the Soviet-backed Democratic Republic of Korea and the Northern and the military action of the first military action of the Cold War. By July, American troops had entered the war against forces of international communism itself. After some early back and forth across the 38th parallel, the fighting stalled, casualties mounted, and nothing showed for them. Meanwhile, American officials worked anxiously to fashion some sort of an armistice with North Korea. The alternative, they feared, would be a wider war with Russia and China, or even some World War III. Finally, in July of 1953, the Korean War came to an end of sorts. In all, some 5 million soldiers and civilians cost their lives during this war. The Korean Peninsula is still divided today. Casualties of the war, just to let you know, the casualties of the war, the Korean War was relatively short but exceptionally bloody. Nearly 5 million people died. More than half of those, about 10% of Korea's pre-war population, were civilians. The rate of civilian casualty was higher than World War I and World War II in Vietnam. Almost 40,000 Americans died and 100,000 were wounded. The Korean War Memorial Monument, which is located here in Bicentennial Park, helps us in Fall River Korean War veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice. And now, to do the honor of memory bricks that are children the names of the veterans praying tribute to their fallen comrades. The honorary memory bricks represent veterans from all branches of our military and from all wars Americans have fought in. It should be noted that these bricks placed in the rear of this memorial signify that now the 6 of their comrades, meaning for anyone who is a non-military, the 6th of that person is, they got their back. These veterans are now joined together as a permanent reminder to all who visit this park and monument that American veterans are forever and will be brothers in arms. May this Korean memorial and those memory bricks always remind us that our veterans have sacrificed and served their country with courage, commitment, and honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commander, and I'd like to ask you to stay here, and I'm going to ask Bill Damaris to join the Commander for awards.
We have a couple of awards to give out today. Please be patient with us. We know the sound system's not working correctly, but we'll try and speak loudly so you can hear. May I please have a representative of the Fall River Police Department Honor Guard and an EMT Honor Guard step forward. Thank you for your service. You're always there when we need you, not just for Korean veterans, but all veterans. Again, thank you for your service. Much appreciated by the veterans. Please give them a round of applause. Looks like we're not too ready. So we have a few other awards. It's not a lot. It's only a couple. I'm only kidding. Okay. Yeah. First off, the work over here took quite a few weeks to do, and there are a lot of bricks in there. In fact, there's over 1,000 bricks that were laid over here. And before the bricks could be laid, there was a lot of other work that had to be done: excavation, cement, forming, everything else. And we'd like to thank the main leader of that team, of the work team, from the Bricklayers Union, Jimmy Pimentel.
All right, Jimmy.
Go.
No problem. You know, a lot of these people that came up and did the work for us, some of them aren't here today. They have other commitments, but we want to make sure the ones that are here do get recognized. Now, you realize that this monument is in a city park, as are all the monuments here. And a lot of the things we do in the parks, we cannot do without the cooperation of the Fall River Park Department. So we have one of the members of the Fall River Park Board here, please. Step forward. Mr. Schulenberg? Okay.
All right, go, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey, go back. Need a picture.
Oh, you want the picture?
You're not getting out of that easy. Going this way? Thank you.
Patient, please. Will Monica Souza please step forward? Monica Souza, Special Projects. Monica was on the phone for us many times, helping us coordinate the services and get people to show up to help us out. Thank you very much.
Looking this way, everyone.
Oh, yeah. You're one second. I have one very important. Now, to do stuff, you need money. We don't have a lot of money as veterans, but unless we can talk Ray into giving us a couple of dollars now and then. And he does, okay, but we had to buy some things. You see the benches that are over there? Those benches and a lot of other materials were provided by Liberty Utilities. And the lead person on that was Jim Carey from Liberty Utilities. Please step forward, Jim.
Turn around. You don't escape a lot of photos.
Sorry.
That's right.
There's a lot of other people that helped out and contributed, and they're not here, but I do want to mention their names, if it's okay. Home Depot, they provided all the bushes and the plants you see over there. So, JC Engraving and Trophies. Jack Mello from JCM Concrete Corp, they did all the cement work for us as far as laying it out. Chief John Lynch, I think I had his fire truck down here about 5 times watering our plants to make sure they kept alive. Give him a round of applause, please. John?
Very much, very much.
Bring him up. He's over here, please. Here you go, Chief. Thank you
turn
very
around.
much. The Chief was always there for us. Thank you.
John, this way.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay. Try to go too fast. Close to this thing. Keep that there, please. Thank you for having patience. I'm sorry. Okay. You know, we had Dan Sylvia from Century Paving. They came down and did a lot of work for us. Bruce Aldridge from the Marine Corps League came down and helped us out. Ronnie Rayon from the Carpenters Union came down and helped us out. Bob Viner, of course. I mentioned Paul Simister. Express Printing, the programs you see were printed up by them, and much of it donated to us. The Veterans Office, Ray Haig and Karen, can you step forward, please? The Ray's there? Okay. Where's Karen?
Where's Ray? Where did Ray go? He's hiding.
Okay. Yeah. Ray, this is yours. Hold this with you, carry smoke. You all have another one for you as well. One for that one. Hold it, please.
Looking. Aaron, you too.
I think everybody that's here. It's Tony Souza from Preferred Concrete, donated all the concrete. There's Tony Souza here. So we named, I hope I haven't missed anybody, but we named all the people except I forgot one. I saw it. John Texera, supervisor from Liberty Utilities. Is he with you today, Jim? Okay. One other person we'd like to present the certificate to, appreciation, is always getting the word out about what we're doing for veterans, what we're doing for the city. We want to make sure we give this person a citation and a thank you for a job well done. Pamela Martin, please step forward. She likes to be behind the camera. Get around. Look, she's crying. She makes us cry all the time. Now she's crying. Okay, thank you very much. That concludes the certificate part of the program. I'm gonna say a few words.
You gonna say something?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can I say something
Yeah,
before
go
we get to that? Everyone that's received the certificate so far today, would you please see us after the presentations, after the finalization, so we can sign those certificates? That's how late we
That
were.
was a secret.
That would be nice. Both the Vice Commander and myself would need to sign those. That's how close we came to getting them finished. So anyway, just come and see us. Thank you.
You know where to put yourself, did you? You okay?
So as we continue on, I'd now like to ask the BMC Durfee Band to lead us in God Bless America. Very nice. And I'd now like to ask Rachel Raposa to lead us in America the Beautiful a cappella.
Since I broke the mic the first time, singing that high, I definitely would have broken something else. So please join me in singing this great song with me, please, if you would. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you.
Very, very nice. I got it, Commander. I would now like to call the event chair, Bill Damaris, to give a few words.
Thank you very much. I'll make it very few words. I think our Commander Bob Viner said it. The mayor said it. Ray said it. It takes a lot of people to do what was done in this park and what's going to be done in this park. But it takes the backing of the people and the appreciation and respect of the people for our veterans to make it happen. And Bob Viner touched on a very good point. The bricks that are over there, they're to the rear because they've got the back of the other veterans. And as our Vietnam veterans and veterans from all wars honor those veterans, may we honor them. And just so you'll know, if anybody has a problem with any brick that is there, anyone, or a misspelling, a mistake, please let us know following the ceremony. One woman wanted the brick moved and placed father and son together, which it probably should have been, but if you want something like that done or a correction, just see my wife with the red hair over there, and Paula, and she'll write it down with your name and number and the information. There are a lot of people that helped us out, but I want to tell you something. What makes a veteran feel really good is when people that are non-veterans appreciate them and show up like you did today. So thank you all very, very much.
Forward,
Slow
freeze
and
it.
salute.
Up.
Hold it. Salute.
Order. Up.
Round of applause, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.